Hey everybody, welcome back to RavenHawk Coins, and in this edition, guys, we are going to be discussing the benefits of coin roll hunting and how to upgrade your collection. Now that you're a coin collector watching the how-to videos, we're going to talk about different ways to upgrade your collection and resources that you can use, as well as the art of negotiations, and then finally discuss ways to find good deals on eBay. So, like you've seen before in the coin roll hunting videos, on average you can find a decent amount of war nickels or key date nickels that are in so-so condition. But one of the cool things is these right here are a group of war nickels that I have laid out. These are all ones that I found in recent coin hunts, and what I'm able to do is on average I can get about $1 a piece from my dealer for these all day long, because that's basically melt value depending on spot and whatnot. But give or take, he's really cool about these. And so what I will do is a lot of times take that credit and turn around and buy some nicer Kennedy halves or whatnot, or maybe I will get some older Benjis that are in the what's not considered cold but not considered really that great numismatically value, so they kind of call it junk silver. These Benjis here would be pretty much that, where you can get these for about 12 to 13 times face value, so you're looking at about $6, $6.50 per coin. And you can sometimes turn around and find people that are willing to trade the junk silver for really nice premium rounds, because they want to take the coins and use these as part of their stacking. Because remember, one of the benefits of having fractional silver is if there's an economic issue in your country or you want to trade with somebody, you can figure out good silver value for the different coins that you have. And that pretty much holds across the board. So silver is a good thing to use as a currency if need be. And so the next thing I want to talk about is so you hear what I was saying about taking the war nickels that you got for 5 cents a piece because you spent some time going through boxes and being able to turn that into bigger, better silver. I've been able to do some things with this that I'm going to explain that are really kind of cool. By having the war nickels, I was able to, trade up and get things over time, and it's really a cool benefit, because I finally was able over time to manage to work a trade to get something like this out of hustling from this. And that is a huge benefit when you have a fixed or limited income, but you want to be a coin collector, you want to grow your wealth, and you want to make a good return on your investment. I don't know, and I've said this before in other videos, any investment that you can make right now other than Bitcoin if you bought it a long time ago, where you're going to make 100 times your investment or whatnot. The return on investment in coin roll hunting and coin collecting can be phenomenal, because it's led into things where eventually you can make trades with really good people. Like I've managed to trade some stuff with my friend Laura Blade, and also Losing Louie and Flea Mint, by incorporating the art of negotiations and talking with people and developing relationships. But there's never an agenda to these things. We all have like values, and we like to collect the same things. And collectors and stackers by nature are very generous and caring people, and they understand that sometimes we're in different places where I have access to coins that you might not have. It really surprises me a lot of times when I hear how people don't have access to, let's say, Indian head pennies. Well, I have access to those, but on my part of the country, it's harder for me to get things like large cents. It's just, where I live, they're not as common. But my friend Vic, who lives on the East Coast, and you guys know him as Flea Market Coin Hunters, he has really cool access to old colonial coins and whatnot. So it's a really cool thing to meet people and develop relationships even in your own community. And that was one of the topics where a lot of coin dealers in certain cities will have what's called bid boards. And these are places where the local coin collectors can go and put their product, or or their what they have in their collection on a board, and there's basically a silent auction, and it allows for people to get together. And when you get together, you're like-minded, you talk about a lot of the same things, and maybe you have a coin that somebody else wants. And as long as you're honest about your intentions and you're trying to be a good person, then there shouldn't be any problems in negotiating with deals with people. Everybody, I think, for the most part, would be open to doing that, because I love being able to add things to my collection. Like, I was able to get these turtle rounds from DOC, aka Doc's Silver Stacker, and benefit from having stuff in my collection that I worked hard to get or hustled for, and was able later to develop a cool relationship. Like I mentioned before, Lawyer Blade and Losing Louie. Those are really important things, and those things exist even outside of YouTube, where you have lots of opportunities to develop relationships, and honesty and integrity goes a long way. Another thing I want to talk about is when you're dealing with banks, don't assume that when you go there, if you lay $25 down on the table to get a box of pennies, that they're going to actually cooperate. Some banks are very strict in their rules. One, you might have to be a member, or two, you have to have a business account, because, quite frankly, that coinage is normally earmarked for business. Now, a lot of times, the easiest way to get around that is just be honest. You're a coin collector. You do have an account there, or you don't have an account there, but you want these boxes. And a lot of times they will help you out, but don't abuse it. It's usually a good idea not to dump your coins at a place that you get them. And so a lot of stackers, or not stackers, stackers slash coin roll hunters that do this will have multiple bank accounts at places. And to give you an idea, a lot of places you just have to have a savings account with a minimum balance. And that allows you a place where you can basically, deposit your pennies and nickels and stuff into that account and grow that savings account, so they don't mind that you're doing what you're doing. Another thing is being really, generous, or not generous, but at least kind and honest to the tellers that you're working with, because that'll make a difference and go a long way. And everything that you pretty much see here on this table is a result of incorporating the things that I'm talking about. And then finally, when you're looking at eBay, one of the best things to do is to, if you live in the US, which most of us do, but I do have viewers in other countries, what other country you live in and what you're looking for, try to stick to your local dealers, because they're going to want to take care of you. Their reputation in your country or your area is what's most important to them. I look a lot of times for the things that are selling right now, and don't have much time to see if maybe I'll get a last minute bid and I can get something really nice. Or I will also look at the buy it nows and the newly listeds, and see if they have what's also called buy it nows. But what I look for in my area is dealers that are only in the United States or Canada, and that have a certain rating and the kind of coins that I'm looking for. And you will be amazed. But don't be afraid to start with a new channel, or not channel, a new eBay seller. Sometimes people are leery because they're worried that they might get counterfeit silver or something like that. A lot of times, if I see a new eBay seller, I'll do something like buy a penny from them, or maybe get like a mercury dime that's a more common date, or I'll buy some copper pennies, or what have you, to help somebody that just started their new eBay channel, or seller's channel, or also to get a good deal, because a lot of those people, because they're starting out new, kind of need some help. So there's a little bit of give and take to all this, guys. I hope this helps you out, and you guys take care of one another. If you want to correspond, it's RavenHawkCoins@gmail.com. P.O. Box is 2825 Vista, California 92085. RavenHawk Coins. Have a great day.